Now that we know when the new prince was born and how much he weighs, everyone is wondering, what's his name going to be? The royal baby traditionally, well, it's noble names. They're steeped in history, but will the new parents buck tradition and go for something, oh, I don't know, more trendy? Let's go back to Lara now in London with more on that. Hey, Lara.
Hello, Robin. My guess is they will stick with tradition. And, you know, we have no idea when the name will happen. Everybody's so excited about it. But it could take a while. The Queen waited a month to announce Charles's name, and they waited a week for William's name. So could be today, maybe not today. But what will it be? Everybody is guessing, including us. Talk about an air of mystery. The royal heir's name still unknown, but that hasn't stopped people from speculating.
By George, he's got it! By George, he's got it!
Actually, George isn't a bad guess. There have been 6 kings of England with that moniker, including Queen Elizabeth's father, George VI. The name James, also a contender, but if frequency is any indication, the Prince of Cambridge could be called Edward, a name shared by 11 past kings. The royal throne has also seen 8 King Henrys, the real name of the newborn's royal uncle, Prince Harry. Of course, there's also the possibility Will and Kate could go with a name not steeped in royal history. No, we're not talking Northwest or Apple, but perhaps Francis. It's the middle name of Duchess Kate's father and grandfather, as well as Princess Diana's middle name. It's also likely the royal baby will have several names, like his dear old dad, whose full name is William Arthur Philip Louis, or his grandfather, who is Charles Philip Arthur George. George is my guess. Amy?
I'm going to go with James because it means the supplanter, and seeing how this baby kicked Prince Harry out of the 3rd in succession, I think James is appropriate.
And I, of course, this is for you, George Stephanopoulos. What do you guys think?
Okay, well, I'm going to go with tradition because they said 4 names, so I'm going with George, Joshua, Samuel. Lucky.
That's a great name.
Come on.
That's a great name.
What are the chances?
That's the
I was
leader
going to
of
write
the
George
clubhouse.
4 times.
I'm going to go. Apparently, there's a lot of reasons why Amy stole them all, but Serena said yesterday, watching the special report, I think I'll name him James. So I'm going to go with James Jehoshaphat, just because.
Maybe not.
Because I really want to see that name make a comeback, if it was ever here in the first place.
We should get an expert on this, though.
And that would be that man right there. Let's bring in Patrick Jepson, who served as Princess Diana's Chief of Staff and Private Secretary for 8 years. You have 4 names, don't you?
I do. It's a terrible English habit, and it's terribly confusing. You know, when you come to America and they say middle initial, you think, take your pick.
What are your 4 names?
Mine are Patrick, Desmond, Christian, Jeremy. It's literally a name check game for families, older families,
Right.
and this is what they're going to be looking for with the new baby. You know, they're going to be in there looking for traditional royal names, and there will be some that they feel really have to go in there.
I was going to ask you that. Is there any that has to be there as one of the 4?
Well, Stephanopoulos, I've heard, is going to be one of them.
We're just going to kill this joke. We're going to bang it into the ground.
until the very end. But Diana, she followed suit.
Yes, I mean, obviously this is it's almost a tribal thing here. You know, this is not just a celebrity. This is the head of the British tribe that's been born. So the tribe expects to see the familiar names. And because the British navigate through their history by using kings and queens' names. I mean, Kate Blanchett, you know, her character Elizabeth gave her name to a complete age. Victoria, a complete age. Henry VIII. Maybe this new baby, the new king, who will be, after all, the first king of the 22nd century, probably.
That's true, right.
His name will probably live in history, too, so they're going to have to get it right.
Will the Queen, will she have a say?
I feel that the Queen's influence over this is benign and quite distant. They will, as a courtesy, I'm sure, want to pass it in front of her first.
Sure.
But my guess is that they will stick with traditional royal names, and I would guess also there will be a nod towards the new prince's grandparents, grandfather in particular, Prince Charles. Arthur is a popular name, obviously one of William's names, one of the grandfather's names, and the most legendary king's name of all in English history, the Knights of the Round Table and all that. So I hope that's in there.
Oh, well, Patrick,
That'd be nice,
thank
King
you.
Arthur. I would like that.
You are a delight. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Patrick.